Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend. It's Wednesday. It's hump day.
Hump day, and we are counting down.
Welcome to another episode of A Blind Guy,
His Wife,
Their Life Live. On this channel, we explore entertainment, career opportunities, and health and wellness as we change the narrative of what it means to be normal, shifting the focus of what it means to be differently able instead of disabled. Every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you can join us at 11:15 to 11:45, where we spend almost a half hour or so exploring our world through great people that we met through our personal and professional networks. Today is no different, but just remember, this broadcast is member supported by viewers like you. So if you want to join us in our mission of bringing this excellent broadcast to our viewing audience, don't forget to buy me a coffee. Visit www.buymeacoffee.com/blind guy his wife.
Well, it's scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen, actually, Corey, and we have given them a tip as to who's on here today. So as far as today's topics are concerned, guys, you got a sneak peek because today is an exciting day. My brother, Phillip Waldo Jr., but, we're going to save that for later. We're just going to talk about you buying us a coffee right now. If you go to buymeacoffee.com/blind guy his wife, then that's where you can support this production any way you'd like. That means you'll see Corey and I right at the top of the screen, and then when you scroll around, you can see where you can just simply buy us a coffee. That means that you can buy 1 coffee, 3 coffee, 5 coffees right here. You can choose how many you'd like to buy, and they tell you at the bottom you're supporting with $25 or $35. You can leave a nice message. We have left you a nice gift because we're storytellers. So there's our storytelling video right there. And keep in mind that all proceeds, 100%, go to Atupond Edutainment, Inc., our 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Today we always have special guests come on. Today is no exception to the rule. This person is a jack of all trades and a master of many. He is none other than a voiceover artist, a professional meat smoker, and IT specialist, Phillip Waldo Jr. We're going to bring Phillip to come in and say hello to our viewing audience.
Hey there, Phillip. How are you doing today?
Good morning, y'all. Every day is still a holiday.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Well, it's so good to see you today. We hear that you are going to give us some master tips on smoking meats. That's your forte, that's your expertise, but I know you told us you can also smoke vegetables as well. Is that right?
Yes, that's definitely true.
All right, so we can't wait to hear some of those great tips from you today. So we're going to put you backstage. We can't wait to hear from you later.
All right.
Then we do have a plant-based treat that goes well with some of the dishes that Phillip is going to be talking about today as part of his interview. So you want to give him a sneak preview of that?
Oh, absolutely. We're always trying to get you to eat more fruits and vegetables. So
here's a hint. This is a question you should ask when you go to a cookout.
Oh, yeah.
Potato salad.
I have about... There you go. You should definitely ask that question when you go to the cookout, but not when Chef LaQuita Marie is cooking, because I throw down on potato salad. It's one of my favorite foods, and I can. I was making it.
It is delicious.
Yeah, I was making it before we were plant-based. I'm still making it now, and I'm going to be exploring some of my own mayonnaise recipes. Yeah, because the one I purchased is like expensive compared to how quickly you use it, and I have a friend that recently sent me some recipes. So
as we move along today, LaQuita Marie, everybody knows I have a disability, a different ability.
You can't see.
I'm good looking and charming, but I can't see. So you're gonna read the comments to me as we go along today, correct?
Yes, actually, I will be reading the comments, and let's jump right in. We've got a few folks in the room, so let's see what they're saying today. We've got XDMC. XDMC says, "One love, family." Hey there, XDMC. So glad to have you as always. And then Milton Craft says, hello.
Hey, man on a mission, fitting to share his business out there with everybody.
Yes, you guys make sure you go to XDMC's channel, Barnstorming Productions. They're dropping new things Barnstorming Productions is his channel. You can go to XDMC. I can't remember if it links to the other one, but yeah, they have new projects coming out. They are producers of, film and what do you call
television commercial, animation.
Yeah, all those good things. And then Milton, of course, he's a businessman. So he's talking about starting your business, running your business. And look who is saying, good day, family. Go, Daddy. Erica Roberts.
Hey, Erica Roberts.
So, yes, Robert. Erica, look, I'm talking about, yes, Miss Roberts. Yes, Miss Roberts. Yes, Miss Roberts. Your daddy is on the show today. He's got some good stuff. I'm sure you've experienced it. And we also have Sid the Cool Kid Antoine.
Sid the Cool Kid in the house.
Good morning, Sydney. So happy to have you here. Milton says, Phillip, I'm in Memphis, the home of barbecue. He's curious to see what you got.
All right.
You're gonna be pleasantly surprised, Milton. You definitely will. Most people, they want the
Carolina style.
They want well just in general, everybody loves smoked meats, everybody loves smoked foods. And so this today won't disappoint. Why don't you go ahead and introduce him with your 5-minute story, Corey? Y'all see how I did that? I'm rhyming. You know what I mean? I'm an artist.
Now, most of us, when we were in school, we remember those days when we might have gotten into a little bit of trouble with the principal's office.
Not my family. We didn't do that.
And lightning does come through buildings. I will admit to mine, I spent my fair share of time in the principal's office for a variety of things, especially in high school, thanks to all the pranks I used to like to play on the teachers. The one word that you always hated to hear as a child in school was, I'm going to call your parents. Ooh. When you heard those words from the principal or the teacher, it was on. Now, most of us, if we got a note sent home, you might be able to find somebody that could help sign it for you. I'm not going to encourage that for the young people, but they could have.
And I never signed anyone. I was never anyone's mom, even though I had a great handwriting and perfect script. I was never signing parents' signatures.
And lightning does come through buildings. But what would it be? How cool would it be to have your own personal Be My Daddy voice delivery service? Well, today's special guest went into business at the tender age of 15 or 16 years old with his deep voice, making phone calls to principals and teachers on behalf of his quote unquote children who are actually his school friends. And he was getting paid to take the role on as their father.
We've always been entrepreneurs in my family. I will say that.
He even charged extra for his colorful language that he might have to use for those fathers that were into that type of sailor talk.
What you mean?
That prepared him for his life as a sailor in the Navy. And he also prepared him for his voiceover career that's burgeoning right now. And now he is also not just a veteran of the Navy, he's a veteran of the meat smoker, even going through his own, getting a Purple Heart when some fumes hadn't dissipated before he threw in the match and whoosh, had that Tom and Jerry look with no eyebrows and no mustache and no hair.
Like when they would have that explosion on cartoons, right, and their face would blow back and all the hair would be gone.
Right.
Oh yeah, he did say everything got singed that time.
It is time for today's special guest, Phillip Waldo Jr. Hey, Phillip.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
All right.
You know what? We are doing great. We've got Sid the Cool Kid Antoine laughing at that silly story. And El Waldo is saying, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. We are almost to the weekend. Good morning to you, Karen. She says good morning also. Yeah. And Shine Bright is saying grand rising, fam. Well, grand rising to you. The sun is shining bright. You've done your job.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Absolutely. You guys know what to do. Hit the thumbs up, that picture of the thumb and all of that good stuff. And Sanal is laughing at your story for it. She says, very creative. Keep in mind, Sanal, that this creativity is the truth. Like, we're creatives, right? So, yes, we're creatives. I want to know, I know you said in this story, Corey said that, you were people's parents. Back in the day, this was when we had landlines. So, people could call the house, the school, yes, on behalf of that parent. So I don't know if you ever had to call for Shonda Brooks because she said, hey, big bro, yeah, Phil can make a mean rib, And KH is also saying good morning. So this all started way back in the day. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll let you continue.
Yeah, I was just going to say this started way back in the day. Of course, you were folks' parents. You could call into the school. You could speak on their behalf. But then you got into IT as you got older, graduated from high school, and you said, let me move on to bigger and better things. Let me see what I can do with all my savviness. And you graduated from a technical school. And then you went into, was it
the Navy?
Oh, I was going to say in the Army. I don't know. You went into the Navy or to increase, and that was to increase your technical skills, but you didn't even wind up using it while in the Navy. Is that right?
Yes, that's actually what happened. I literally went in the Navy to get more electronic experience because jobs that I was going at, the guys coming out of the military was getting those jobs. So I said, let me give it a shot. And I literally went in to get more electronic experience is what happened to me.
Right. So I'm going to pull up a... Go ahead.
Yes.
I was just going to say...
Literally...
Oh, we got to do. We've got. You know what? I see what's happening. We have a bad delay here. So I'm going to pull up this picture of you when you were in the Navy because we got folks coming in saying hello, Lori. Hey, Lori Butts. She says hello. And then you know what, Corey? You know what? We have Sonal's book too. XDMC is talking about that book that Sonal wrote. Y'all go online and get her book on Amazon. But XDMC, this is what I meant to say. He was asking, did you just sing a Village People song? And why does he know that?
And how did you identify XDMC? Let's go there then. If you want to go there, son.
Right. So anyways, let's go back. As a young person, you said people were going into the military and they were getting those types of tech jobs. Did you think you would get those types of tech jobs as a youngin'?
Yeah, I thought I would. Guys were coming to the mill with more electronic experience, so I was like, "Hey, oh wow!" I was like, "Yes, I need that in my life." Yes, that's when I thought my grandmother was grooming me to be a pimp.
So here you are in the Navy. What is, I see this flag over here says triple threat, and I see over here honor company, and I see that there's the triple threat of, what is it, Corey, the drill team?
The drill team, the music corps, and the chorus, right?
No,
the drill team, the music corps, and the rifle team.
Oh, he said right. So tell us about your experience.
You were right.
I know you were.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Tell us about your experience. I know you were in charge of like the people on the front row. You were saying like they were under your command. And so, you never necessarily were working on tech. You were out there enjoying yourself, doing performances, with this. Tell us something about this picture here.
Yes, and this picture here, we were taking this picture as you're doing now. Any branch, you take a company picture, and this picture here, what's unique about this picture is, like Corey said, we were band, chorus, and drill team, and so we would go out and we would perform in different events and parades. And the flag that you were seeing, the honor company to the left, well, excuse me,
yes.
Right. That flag there is something that you get when you achieve a score of 925 or better out of 1,000 points, to which we achieved that score, which is something that's very hard to do.
Ah, the honor company flag.
The company.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So as you,
yes.
In your military career, you went there to expand your information technology or your electronics experience so that you could come out and get into that profession. And you actually did not end up using that until much later on, starting with what happened with the Roni Rome back in 2020. You want to talk about that some?
Oh, you mean, with his IT
With his
experience,
IT
like getting
experience,
everybody
right.
to set up to work from home. How'd that happen?
How that came about was uh, it came about out of frustration because nobody knew what to do in regards to the pandemic. And so what we knew was this we had to work from home. But as far as getting people set up, that was a challenge. So what I would do, I just stepped up and started teaching people how to get signed on and how to use their laptops so that they could actually be productive and work from home.
Right.
Ah,
Now, prior to that, there was a span of time between you and being in the military and this type of work that you were doing now, getting people set up to work IT, do their IT at home to work from home. In the meantime, as they say, in the meantime, in between time, you were working in the nonprofit sector and you were doing different jobs. But that's where you not discovered, that's when you started to be exposed to the fact that your deep voice was an asset that could be used for to make money. So
outside of calling people's,
calling schools for parents, pretending to be people's daddies. But so and I know
And
you
you
said
know,
let's start.
speaking of people, speaking of being people's daddies, Sanal did say blessings to your daughter, so she's sending blessings to Erica. Go ahead, Corey. What were you going to ask?
So that started out in California, right, with a company called People for the American Way.
Yes, actually, it actually started in D.C., but it then expanded to California. And so what happened was, unbeknownst, I hadn't a clue what voice was. My publicist at our company, she just told me, "Hey, come with me," and we she took me to a studio and told in that room and put those into the mic.
I think he
Well, she
froze
said,
up.
"Oh, by this piece of, and you'll be fine." Okay, so so can you hear me now?
So yeah, you were still breaking up a little bit. I know that you were saying as part of your job, supposedly as part of the regular workday, you just went to a studio with one of the managers or the supervisors, and they're like, "Hey, take this piece of paper, read this a few times." And at the time, you weren't aware that this was voiceover work, that they had you reading like a commercial for an advertisement spot for the nonprofit.
And this actually became a PSA.
Yes, it became a PSA for our. They were a hot rock group back in the 90s and early 2000s, to which my PSA played during their interviews.
So for those of you that are old enough that might remember the word, the band REM, a rock band REM, like people like XDMC, since he would have called me out earlier. His voice, he was actually the person responsible for the PSA for getting out to vote during the intermission at their concerts. You also did some work for politicians out there in California, right?
Yes, I was working on a Get Out to Vote campaign in Santa Barbara, to which back then Assemblyman Jeff Scott, and I was out there. And what's funny is we took a picture together, and distance between you two right there on screen is the distance of Jack and I when we took the picture. I did this commercial for him to get out to vote for him, and they played the commercial. He swears by that this was the reason why he won the election. And now the next picture that we take together, we're hugged up like we've been boys since we were 15.
Ah, well, Corey, our ex-DMC, of course, he says, I remember REM even heard some of their music. He says heard, he probably knew all the lyrics.
Yeah, he probably dancing to it right now in his office.
Right. Now Milton is saying that's awesome. And so I know that right now you are using your voiceover work. Like back then, a lot of us didn't realize, like we're just thinking, hey, I'm just working for the job. They're giving me per diem, which means I'm getting overtime. I'm also getting lodging or travel expenses paid to me as part of my income. And at that time, you didn't realize, like, wait a minute, I could actually do this as a career or as a side hustle, really, as a lot of people like to say, I could do this as a side hustle. And this way I can have business expenses to write off, and so that's what got you started into. Yeah, so that's what got you started into going into professional coaching, which is what you are doing now, because I know right now you are registered with Such a Voice. That particular company, they have like the total package for you where they provide a website essentially. You can have voice drops as far as, what do you call it when demos, yeah, all of those things.
Demos, yeah.
So that people can hire you out to read books. So what we want to do right now is we want you to take us through some of the voice exercises, because let us know, how we should use our voice. I yell a lot at the kids, but I don't know if that makes a difference. But nowadays, when I'm yelling at the kids, hey, go get me this, hey, go get me that, am I harming my voice? What's going on? But everybody right now, they're using Zoom. They're talking for longer periods of time.
Lots of people are starting YouTube channels, and they're doing live broadcasts that that might be going on for 30 minutes. They may go on for an hour or two. Yeah, people just using their voice all the time now, like LaQuita is saying. So, can you take us through some vocal exercises that you learned through your Such a Voice training?
Yes, I've learned well, quite a few. But one of the first things you need to remember is to hydrate. Water is your friend. Try to stay away. Yes. Oh, that's water. Okay, I thought that was coffee. I thought it was your coffee.
Well, today it's water, so.
Okay, awesome. But yes, remaining hydrated is very important. People think that eating oranges is good for you, but actually, apple slices are actually better for you. Eating apple slices and actually stretching your jaw muscles and, believe it or not, your lips, they need stretching as well. So one of the yes.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you a question because, Milton is a businessman, but he's in Memphis and he's got a Memphis sound. So he said, what are some tips for for country folks? And I know we have Wade Staten Jr. here. He wants to get into the voiceover biz. So we are all ready to go through these tips. Erica Roberts is thanking Sanal for being so sweet. So go ahead. Everybody's ready. Everybody's sitting up straight. Go ahead and give it to us. You got straight for it. All right. Yeah, me too.
Yes. So before I get started, I just want to shout out to my granddaughter. Today is her first birthday. Skylar, that's Erica's daughter.
Yes. Happy birthday,
Skylar.
No,
nice.
and thank you, Sanal, for sending blessings to my daughter. Truly appreciate
it. Ebony Designer saying, hi, brother.
What's good with you? So yes, let's go over a couple of and these are just vocal warm up before you read your piece. So just repeat after me. Green tea ice cream is a treat to eat.
Green tea ice cream is a treat to eat.
Oh.
Amy aimed at the gate.
Amy aimed at the gate. I see how this is working, because when you have those tongue twisters, it's making you concentrate on those consonants, those hard consonants. It makes you say it more. Okay.
Give us another one.
Correct. Ed said, get into bed.
Ed said, get into bed.
I was messing up.
Into bed. There you go. There you go. We're going to work it. Now, this one here is the simplicity of it, but it really works on making you form your mouth to say the words as they should be pronounced. This itchy sweater comes from Italy.
This itchy sweater comes from Italy. So that'll help Milton, and especially Wade Jr. He says he's been doing some auditions and personal commercial practicing. So these exercises will really help him But everybody's up in here saying happy birthday. Nikki is saying happy birthday to Skylar. Yes, and so is Ebony Design Salon. They're all in there saying, happy first birthday, granddaughter, and that's from El Waldo.
I got one for you.
So wait, Milton are saying, man, these are tongue twisters for country folks, and he's laughing. Well, I wouldn't say they're tongue twisters as much as they're mouth stretches, but you tell us.
No, and actually, what it's doing, because in some cases, Milton, a dialect is appreciated. Most cases it's not, but in some cases it is. So you may want to keep your country twang just in case.
Now, I got one for you. Around the rugged rock, the ragged mouth man ran.
The brown cow had speckled spots.
Now, you're going through such a voice. Can you tell us the advantages of such a voice for people that are looking to get into the voiceover industry, as opposed to any other experiences that you might have been told to check out?
Yes. Now, I've literally been getting ready to get ready now, and so any free content out there, I've come across it. But one of the things about all these programs out there is they're more than welcome to help you for a fee. So with me going with such a voice, what happened is because they offer the most complete package and training to get you from start to finish, is my reason for me saying, hey, let's change my mindset here and stop looking for free 99 and invest in myself.
Nice, because I know they have a comprehensive package. Everything is there, and so you're right. Free 99 is good, but all of the experts, they say if you're serious about anything, take a course, invest in yourself, and it really makes a difference. Now, Corey, Wade State Jr. is laughing at you talking about ragged mouth because you gave that crazy tongue twister, and Erica Roberts is definitely saying thank you for the birthday wishes, and according to her, Skylar says you're
okay.
So yeah, now I want to move on, because Wade Staten Jr. can appreciate some of. I mean, I know he's talking about voiceover, but I'm going to show a picture that Wade Staten can appreciate. This is what the people really want to know about right here. Can y'all see this photo? Because this is some of your work. These are some of the things that you started in the pandemic, where Erica Roberts is sending love. You got this thing where you had learned to turn your grill into a smoker in order to smoke meats. And then, like these two chickens here, you roasted them, you figured out their right rub. And then you've got this presentation here so that, each tray holds about 2 chickens. I'm going to zoom out. So 2 smoked chickens. So tell us a little bit about, your technique, how you went from a grill to a smoker, because we're looking at this Boston butt from being seasoned all the way to you checking the temperature, it resting, it being shredded.
Ain't no Boston butt, it's a picnic.
Oh yeah, okay, it's a picnic. So tell us a little bit about these techniques, what you're doing with these things, and give us some tips.
Okay, so in that first picture that you showed, that was me converting my grill into an actual smoker. So that picture right there, yes. And so what happened was, fortunately for me, the pandemic and QV got together and they did a great deal on this smoker. So I was like, you know what? Let me break down and buy the smoker. So that's what I did. And I began smoking. I started with chickens, but as Corey would say, I worked on picnics, whereas now I can I can cook a picnic where I get it to the point where I can give it a fold. I can reach my bone. I can give it a pull. I can pull that out, and I can take it to perfection there.
Well, okay. So speaking of perfection, Just so you know, Ebony Design Salon is saying, oh, I need those ribs. And Wade Staten Jr. is saying, yes, Lord, ribs are my favorite fruit. And smoked chicken is my favorite veggie. That looks amazing.
Now, I don't know if I'm giving away one of your secrets. Can you tell us the secret of the onion?
Oh, yeah. Tell us about this onion. We noticed there's a sliced onion in the center of each smoked chicken tray.
Yes. So, what happens with my chickens? What I do is I take a onion, and after seasoning the chicken, what I do is I stuff that whole onion in the cavity. So what now
Mhm.
happens is the chicken on the flavor of that onion, whereas they kind of exchange properties, and the onion flavorful is an understatement. You end up with a smoked onion that's flavored with the chicken from the seasoning, to which the chicken also takes on the property of the onion, giving you something just simply delicious.
Right. And, I would definitely say delicious because when we were still eating meat, we did have the benefit of tasting it. And I know, look at Corey giving 2 thumbs up, and it's one of those.
And a big toe.
And a big toe. Yeah. So Wade Staten Jr. would be proud. Speaking of proud, your mama is proud. She says, hey, mama, see, is saying hello, everyone. And then we also have, Erica says, I'm a little jelly
Oh,
how you got the James Earl Jones voice, and I got the soft Janet Jackson whisper voice. She does have a very soft voice. It's
Right.
not like a booming one, but hey, you're a girl. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you like, hi, my name is Erica Roberts. I'm Phillip Waldo's daughter. Yeah, that would be a little confusing there. Now, Phillip, you said that, I know you were saying too, part of your smoking technique, it's not just about the season, it's also about the wood.
yes, it's definitely about the it depends on what you're cooking. Like seafood, you want like a fruity wood, like a cherry or apple wood, to really complement that. Whereas like a mesquite or a hickory for your chicken, your ribs, ribs, ribs is oh man, the ribs. Um, I perfected my ribs to where you can take and grab the bone, give it a quarter turn and out, and you can just toss that aside. That was just in your.
nice, nice. Those ribs look good.
So you can not only smoke meat, I know you said it's about the wood, the different
Yes,
types of
that
wood
right
they
there.
go in, the different type, see
Mhm.
the different types of wood you use for different types of meat, and then you give us the secret about the onion. And
And you know what? We have Clarence saying, oh, yeah, family. Hello. He's saying hello to everybody. And he's saying, oh, yeah, that apple wood. So what were you going to ask Corey about that?
I was going to ask you more. Now, what do you recommend? Now, you can also smoke vegetables, right? A lot of people don't think about that.
Yes, yes, vegetables definitely. You can smoke vegetables, and I would use like a combination of maybe a peach wood and a mesquite. But in smoking your vegetables, it just takes it to a dimension. Not only vegetables, but you can do fruit as well.
Nice.
I know you're talking about smoking a pineapple and the strawberries. You have a special mat that you use for that, right?
Yes, because the grates aren't big enough to hold those, so I have a special mat that I put on my smoker so that I can maintain the fruits.
Right. Well, Erica is just loving this. She says, my goodness, those gospel birds don't stand a chance. And then we also have Al Waldo saying, I love and enjoy everything, laugh out loud, because I'm his wife. Yeah, so you get the first dibs, you get the first, the top cuts and all of those good things. And so I guess with this, I know that we have our potato salad as our plant-based treats. And potato salad is one of those things that can go alongside any of these smoked dishes. So what I'll have to do is get you over some of my plant-based potato salad, see how you approved. I've already approved definitely of your smoked meats. I know it gets that smoke ring, the chicken. Just slip your rib.
Just slip me a rib disguised as some cabbage.
Disguised
Yes,
as some cabbage.
yes, Yes, I got the rib, I got the brisket, I got you.
All right, so we want to thank you for coming on, like I said, and again, thank you for sharing the information about Such a Voice for the voiceover and all the vocal exercises that you shared. It's been a great pleasure having you on, brother. My brother-in-law, my brother from another mother, as I'm gonna call it. We're gonna pop you backstage. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk to you after the broadcast.
But this has been great. Thank
really
you so
good.
much for coming on today.
Because now
Thank
it's time.
Let the man say
I'm
thank
sorry.
you. You cutting him off?
You got a delay. I'm sorry.
yes, forgive me. But no, thank you for having me on. Truly appreciated. And let Ebony Design know that I got a slab with her name on it.
Oh, all right.
Hello,
and,
before you go, Phillip.
Yes.
If they want to
Yes.
support this broadcast as a viewer support for this broadcast, where do they go?
They go to buymeacoffee.com/Black Guy and His Wife, and I will
Nah,
link
come
up
on,
with
man.
you from there.
You gotta give us the announcer voice.
No, yes, at this time, if you're looking for smoke treats by none other than myself, you can definitely get them here in the VA, where Milton.
Hey.
We also do great barbecue here as well.
Oh man, it's breaking up on the good part.
He said, Milton, we also do great barbecues here as well in VA. In other words, he's saying Memphis ain't fitting to have nothing on us in VA, Milton.
Well, Milton says he's going to work on the voiceover tips as well with the country twang. Ebony Design Salon is saying we shall see. And of course, we've got everyone saying thank you. Sid the Cool Kid, Antoine Blooming Woman is laughing. Bloom is over there cracking up. And of course, Erica was saying something like, yeah, El Waldo, we eats good. See, they get all the good stuff, Milton is saying thank you for the smoking tips. And listen off to my Milton, you are about business. She's trying to make sure he don't get too much smoked meat in his life. Like, stick to what you're doing, bro. That's right.
No, you mind your business. That man wants to smoke some meat. He fit to smoking when he wants to.
Right. And then she's laughing out loud. So, we're gonna definitely say thank you again so that we can move on to our next segment, but we will see you soon.
So hang out until after the broadcast is over. We'll talk to you then.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
And now it's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Potato salad.
I have about 8 potatoes. I'm just going to cube them up.
Potatoes help you have a healthy bones and heart with their iron, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, vitamin B6, vitamin C, fiber, and potassium.
Cover and boil for 8 to 10 minutes until it's almost soft.
Like really good. It's like
What? Why? It tastes like eggs are in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you some more. An egg substitute for my potato salad. Got about a cup of water, and I'm going to add some of my bouillon. Take out like a tablespoon.
Potatoes also have folate, which helps with cell repair and prevents DNA mutations that may lead to cancer.
Half a teaspoon of curry. We're going to chop up our tofu. Make sure you get the super firm.
Curry has a variety of anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric, coriander, and chili powder. Tofu is full of isoflavones, which reduce the risk of heart disease, breast cancer, and osteoporosis.
Just add all of the tofu in here.
Remove the cooked potatoes from the water.
About a teaspoon of salt, or more, like 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Let's add the condiments.
I'm going to start with the mustard because you just put a good squeeze, like 2 teaspoons. About 3 tablespoons to start of the vegenaise, 2 tablespoons of relish.
Gently mix in the condiments.
About 1/4 of an onion.
Onions are full of vitamin C for fighting colon, prostate, and lung cancers.
So this is what the black salt looks like.
Black salt has antioxidant properties and it's surprisingly low in sodium. It has iron, calcium, magnesium, and reduces heartburn and bloating.
Why are you moving your spoon like that? You trying to dip it in again? I see you. All right.
Do you have any hot dogs with this?
All right, Corey, let me put this book down, y'all. I'm going to put this book all the way down. This is Sanal's book, Love the New Currency.
Let me see it.
Oh, you want to see it? Okay. It says great tips. I was just, reading that on the commercial break and all of that good stuff. You got to look upside down, Corey. Let's see. El Waldo says, great job, great show.
I will not eat them on a train. I will not eat them on a plane.
Milton Kraft says, in his very white voice, Corey, Memphis has the best barbecue. So he's going to be a businessman with vocal tips, just, what do you call it? Vocal inflections, voiceovers, all kinds of stuff. Who knows? That might be his next business.
He's going to be a meat smoking voiceover man.
Right. If you guys have not gotten Love the New Currency, this is a cool book. It's a great read. It's not too long. It's not too short. It's very easy. And as you see, Sanal's name is really on there. She actually wrote the book. It's a real book, guys. It's got a spine. It's got a barcode, not just on the front. That's not just like cover art. But anyways, that's not for y'all. You got to go get your own book. Christine Brooks is saying, "Ooh, love my baby." So, because, that's my mama, y'all. Mama C, that's my mama. And then Erica Roberts is saying fruit, the taste buds, and I'll be waiting. Mm-hmm. So we've had a great time today. Everybody's talking to each other. Erica is saying, hey, Grandma G, I'll be blocking you from getting that rib. Lord, we got to fight the family for food.
And Milton asked a question about what type of potatoes you use in the potato salad.
Oh, you know what? He did. You're very welcome, Sanal. Milton did ask what kind of potatoes. Sometimes I use white potatoes. Sometimes I use russet. Sometimes I use red potatoes. It doesn't matter.
Sometimes you do a combination of sweet potatoes, white potatoes.
Typically, I use rutabaga, sweet potatoes, and white potatoes. Like one sweet potato, one rutabaga, and the rest potatoes, whatever kind I have. So thanks. I'll have to update that recipe and include more details, huh? Because, he did want to know that. Thank you, Corey.
We want to thank you guys for joining us on this episode of The Blind Guy,
His Wife,
Their Life Live. And remember to join us every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 11:15 for a half hour or so of meeting fabulous people as we change the narrative of normal. Thank you once again to our special guest, Mr. Phillip Waldo Jr.
My brother.
That's her brother, my brother-in-law. And we always sign off by saying goodbye, by saying deuces. But this time we're going to say, how about them Cowboys?
And you giving them a thumbs down. You're just a poor sport. Thank you, guys. Deuces.